Hey friends, welcome back to Rita Talks. I'm Rita, and on this YouTube channel, I just share some of the thoughts, ideas that I've been thinking about. And in today's video, basically, I'm just giving a quick update and talking about something that I've been trying to implement in my life when it comes to reading more books, listening to more books, implementing more books. Uh, Definitely, my engineer mindset is trying to take over my mind, especially now that I'm a bit tired and it's about time to sleep. But anyway, let's get into it. And basically today I was just listening to Barack Obama's book all through packing. So basically I'm gonna be traveling to Amsterdam tomorrow. So I have like this 6 hour long, 6 hour train ride from here all the way to Amsterdam. So that's gonna be interesting. I love these long train rides because they give me time to reflect and basically just daydream for a bit. So I definitely plan on doing some of that tomorrow and also getting some sleep because I need to wake up at like 6:15 a.m. and now it's like already 1:30 a.m. So I only have like a little less than 5 hours, and it's gonna be less than that, so probably like 4 hours 30 to sleep. Uh, so that's okay. But thank God I have like a 6 hour train ride tomorrow to catch up on my sleep. But yeah, this is gonna be my last video in a little while. So I'm gonna be traveling tomorrow to Amsterdam, and then I'm gonna go from Amsterdam to Morocco and spend some time with my family there. And then I'm gonna hopefully come back for a little while before traveling again for uh, hopefully not hopefully, but probably the last time this summer. So yeah, that's gonna be quite interesting. And basically, like just to get back to the point that I started earlier and then diverted from, I was listening to Barack Obama's memoir. Well, not the one that he wrote while he was in the White House, because I already listened to that one. So basically, Promised Land. But the one that I started listening to yesterday or like 2 days ago. Actually, it was yesterday. Yeah, maybe I don't remember whether it was yesterday or 2 days ago. But basically, it's Dreams from My Father, and I've actually absolutely been enjoying it. Uh, Especially while I was packing, I was listening to it, and I just love the way that he tells stories about his life. I don't necessarily understand everything that's going on in terms of politics and organizing and stuff, because basically in this book he's talking about his the time that he spent organizing um, in Chicago, I believe. And basically, like finding out about his father from his uh, half brothers and sisters, because he only saw him once in his life when he was 10, and then he died. So that was very, very interesting to hear. And it was interesting just to hear overall from his perspective. And basically, this goes a bit to this thing that I've been trying to do, is that basically to get me to listen to more books and like basically lower the bar. I just want to reframe it as basically hanging out with friends, because basically if I'm listening to Obama's book, like I have him in my ears for quite a few hours, and basically it starts to feel a bit personal because I'm learning so much about him and about his life, even though it's a one-way relationship. I do feel like like I could consider him to be my friend. I mean, not necessarily Barack Obama, like I mean, he's so cool. Obviously, Michelle Obama, because her book Becoming was the very first audiobook that I started listening to, and that started my whole audiobook journey, and I completely fell in love with that book. But yeah, like just reframing this instead of like framing it as I'm learning information, which I am, and learning about new things and things like that. Reframe it as something that's a bit more fun, even though learning is fun. But sometimes in my head, I get too bogged down in terms of fear of missing out on information, and basically too afraid to, like, I don't give myself permission to let go of ideas enough. So I feel this compulsion to always take note. And it's a good thing and a bad thing because basically sometimes in most situations I'm not able to take notes, and basically that prevents me from actually listening to books, whereas I could have listened to books, and that's what drew me for a while to podcasts, and why I've been listening to them in the past month probably. But now I'm getting back into books, and I really, really like just having one storyline and not having to worry about different uh, different things going on, because it just takes up so much mental space to consume content from different sources. Even though that's good, I'm really enjoying right now this diving deep part and basically just going into one storyline and like following, like listening to it through the end. But yeah, like lately I've been really, really enjoying reading and listening to books. I've also been listening to Unconditional Parenting and highlighting the heck out of it because I relate with a lot of the things that the author says, and basically uh, like it's not only a book about parenting, it's just a book about, I mean, the way that I view it is that it's a book about uh, human behavior, or basically uh, how to be a good person in general, because the way that we treat kids, like if we treat them because they are the most vulnerable population uh, in the world usually, because they're dependent on adults, uh, kind of uh, determines also how we treat adults, like how you treat the poorest, like the weakest people, is like you measure yourself by how you treat the people in the least privileged situation. I don't know if I'm getting my point across, but I hope it is. Like I know I'm not putting it in the most eloquent way, but that's okay. But yeah, I've been really enjoying the book, and a bit mending things when it comes to my upbringing with my parents, because you know they're a bit on the they follow a bit of the things that the author warns about, and it's interesting because it gives me a lot of closure, and I know that it's not their fault because it's just a common thing for parents to think in a specific way. Um, and basically they're just doing the best they can with the information that they have. So yeah, no no hard feelings whatsoever. Super grateful for my parents and everything they have given me, even though uh, sometimes or most of the time we don't see eye to eye, and that's completely okay because uh, those are things that happen, and those are things that we learn to deal with as we get older. Obviously, I'm not the uh, let's say the epitome of wisdom, I'm still 25, so there's still a lot for me to experience in life, but still, it's important to acknowledge all the things that our parents have done for us, and yeah, just grateful for them. And I love them very, very much. Yeah, even though, as I mentioned, we don't see eye to eye most of the time, but that's just part of life, and we need to learn to deal with it so that try to make everyone live the best life that they can. And yeah, that's completely okay. So anyway, I really need to go to sleep, as you can tell from my yawns and my apparent uh, tiredness, I guess. I don't know, I'm just maybe making up words. I have no freaking idea if these words exist that I'm inventing, but whatever. Yeah, thanks a lot for tuning in. I hope you're having a fantastic day, night, whichever time of day it is where you are right now. You can click here to watch my previous video on this channel, so the one right before this one, and you can click here to watch my latest video on the channel overall. So thanks again for tuning in. Bye for now, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye bye!